Welcome back. In this video, we're going to go over pop-ups, or as they're also called, modals. These are basically just elements that pop open due to a user's action or due to some change in states. I'm currently in the Inhouz Cloud app builder in our demo application. To create a pop-up, all you need to do is go to the modal, the pop-up slash modal manager, and click on the add modal button. All of a sudden, just like that, a pop-up has been created. So to rename our pop-up, all we need to do here is just click on it and change it to something that is relevant to us, like, contact us, right? It's pretty straightforward, modal. So one thing you need to note about pop-ups, just like every other element, they are 100% stylable, right? The styling can be reconfigured. So just about every single thing can be styled. As you can see, the colors, let's just go ahead and look at the background color. I'm just going to go ahead and copy this. So right now we have a color of black with a 45% pagination. If I were to change this to a different color, I can do that. I'm just going to change it back to what it was. All right. So as you can see, if I were to click into the div in our modal and reposition it to, let's say, 0 top, I can do that. I could take it further down if I wanted to. You kind of get the idea. And also this styling also, is responsive. So in a responsive, design workflow, uh, this styling can be different and configured to look differently. So for example, in the mobile, here we have our width as 95%, and in the desktop it's 60% width. And this is just like the default configuration, as modals come with those default configurations for the different views, but you can change this to whatever fits what you're trying to accomplish. Okay, now let's look deeper into the settings of our modal elements. So like I said in the intro of this video, the modals are opened based on actions or based on state changes, right? And when it comes to the action is probably going to be updating some states. So there's something called a modal toggle field. This is the field in our app data that the application looks to see if it should open or display or hide our modal. So if I were to go into the app data and just minimize really quickly, I can see that our modal toggle field is currently set to true. If I were to go in and change that, look into our app data again, and our modal toggle field for our contact us modal is set to false. All right, so really quickly, you can also change this field and give it a name that has more meaning. I can change this to contact us toggle, or contact us modal toggle. And now contact us modal toggle is true. And if I click on it again, it's false. So just like every other element, the when the modal elements do have the element hierarchy, just like you would with your regular pages. And to use your modals, all you need to do is just drag and drop into your modals. So I'm just going to drag and drop a heading in here. I'm just going to change the text here to contact us. All right. So your modal element is going to work like your regular div elements, because it is a div element, or the modal element rather has a div element that is embedded within itself. And you could just use this the way you would use any div elements. You could basically have any kind of data displayed in here, any kind of visual, any kind of user interface. All right, I'm just going to drag and drop a button in here. Just going to change this text really quickly to close. So what we're going to try to do here is basically to see how we can open and close our modals. I'm going to drag another button and change that to, I guess I could change it to contact us. All right, so we have our contact us button. Now when we click on our button, what we want to do here is we want to update our toggle field. So I already have a function that sets app data, and it's called set app data field, and all it needs is a field and a value. All right, so the state field that I want, if I just look back into my app data, is the contact us modal toggle. Okay, paste that in there, and I'm going to set this to true. All right, so when I click on our contact us button, our modal pops open. Now if I come to our close button here, I'm just going to do the opposite. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my set app data field function, paste my toggle field, and just set this to a boolean or false. Now when I click on this button, my modal gets closed, open, and close. So really quickly, this is just how modals work. To create a modal, all you need to do is go to the modal manager. You can basically just create one by simply clicking on the add modal. It's completely configurable with regards to your styling. It's basically another element that can be used for anything. And I've shown how to toggle open and close based on the toggle field. All right. So let me just show you an example in an existing app. If you look at this app, you probably recognize that this is the current Inhouz Cloud website. If we go over to the modal manager, we just have the one modal, and it just says modal 1 because I never named it. If I were to hit the request demo button, as you can see, we do have that modal open. And if we minimize our data, we do have a ton of data in this application. Eventually, when we are done minimizing all our data, we should see our toggle field. There we go. Show demo modal is set to true. All right. So this is, the demo modal because, well, we are requesting a demo. And as you can see, what I've done here is simply just put a form, and this could be anything. And I have an icon here. And when I click on this icon, it's basically doing what the close button over here in this application is doing. So this is just a simple example of modals. And, I can basically click on request demo. Uh, I've basically configured this to a few buttons. And when I click on them, uh, it pretty much does the exact same thing. There's a function that is called show demo modal is set to true, and our modal is displayed. And over here, the same thing. Show demo modal is set to false. All right. So one last thing before we leave modals is just a concept called connected pages. So by default, when your applications load, they will load without the pop-ups. So if you need a pop-up to be attached to a page, right, just for like better optimization, it's always nice to uh, connect these pop-ups to individual like specific pages. So for example, if we were to go back to our modal in the website and just look at the configuration, well, it's not currently attached to any page. So if we wanted to, let's say, load this load the app and automatically display our pop-up. Because it's not connected to a page, this will not work. But if we wanted to, let's say, load the page with the pop-up already pre-configured or preloaded, then we would have to connect to our index page or connect to our products page or whatever page that you want this pop-up to be attached to. So this is just a way to load a page with a modal. All right, that's pretty much it for pop-ups and modals. See you in the next one.